3, 2, 1. Hi, we're live on we're Freedom Vibe Podcast and we're live on YouTube. Welcome.
Yo, what's
Right,
Welcome.
so it's the new year.
What's up, man?
What are we doing, man? New Year's.
New year, new you.
New year, new you, 2020. Got that 2020 vision,
Yeah.
you know. Just talk about what's going on and what's gonna happen. And can't bring the same old joints, man. Basically, you can't
No
bring the
way,
same old
man.
you to a new year. Otherwise, you're gonna get the same joints. So we're just saying, if you want different results, you gotta have a new kind of mindset, a new style, and that's the only way, really. What do you reckon, Miss?
Yeah, let's just get this set up first quickly, man.
Don't be wild, man.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube, about to go live on Instagram too.
Instagram or Facebook?
Facebook.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Same thing. Facebook only, Insta, don't it?
What's that?
Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, are we live?
We are going live, yeah.
Yes, and right, okay. Right, hi, welcome to Freedom Vibe Podcast. This is Adam, and this is my co-host,
Go
Go
hard
hard
up in
and-
it.
Mizan.
Zan. Right,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm sorry about the delay. It's been a bit of a... So today's topic, what are we talking about, lads?
New year, new you.
Why are we going to talk about that when everything else has been so serious?
Because I think, again, we've come to the end of the year. It's a good time to reflect. And for me personally, it will be a good time to get motivated about the new year, learn from your past, and look forward to the future. And I think a lot of people would be, this will be in tune with what a lot of people are thinking already.
So we're live on and we have just to reiterate, we've got Mizan and Gohar here, and today we're
100%.
gonna talk about new year, new me, or new you, whichever one you want to put it.
Yeah.
So this is a subject that I think when the end of the year turns around and we've got New Year's resolutions,
Yeah.
and we're like, what do we do? Are we gonna change our lives around?
Yeah.
And are we gonna make a new effort, lose weight, stop smoking, stop swearing?
Yeah.
There's a line that I got that goes, I'm on the rise like gym memberships in January.
I'm on the rise like gym memberships in January.
I'm on the rise like gym memberships in January.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love Chris like Mandela loves his people.
Her people.
Changing it to, hey man, we're in the gender neutral age now, you know what I mean?
but yeah, so like again, this is a very also it's like it's a very motivational but important subject to talk about.
So what happened? Because I can like I would lay I would say a statement rather that everyone's resolutions that they made in 2019. Do you remember back in the day, January 2019?
Yeah.
12 months ago. And how many of us now, boom, right at the end of the year,
Yeah.
have been true to those goals, those resolutions? I would say, listen, I haven't. I'm just being real. I'm being real. There's certain things I wanted to do, certain things I have done, but a lot of the things I haven't done.
What haven't you done?
I wanted to do some kind of creative stuff a bit more,
Right.
and I've kind of didn't reach those goals. I have to say I fell very short in those goals. Work-wise, I kind of didn't do everything. There was a few things I reached work-wise.
Mhm.
Some things I fell short on. So 50% accomplish rate there. Health-wise, I guess a 0% goal completion rate there. So I have done stuff. Don't get me wrong. I've done stuff, but I haven't maintained the level that I thought I would back in January.
So what are your New Year's resolution going forward?
I haven't got any because I'm wise enough to know that I didn't do it last year. So right now,
So that's
I
a bit
may have some.
old mate. That's a bit of a defeatist attitude.
No,
isn't
no,
it?
no, no.
So-
Listen,
so-
I may
no,
have
no,
some,
no,
but
but are
right
you trying
now,
to say that the ones that your resolutions last year are the same ones this year? Is
You
that what
know
you're
what?
trying to say?
Possibly because I didn't
Right.
do them
That's
last
a
year.
year.
So they roll on. They roll
Wow,
on.
man,
yeah,
you're
that's
like
a
you're
year.
like a phone contract, man. You roll
Yeah,
on, roll on your
yeah.
minutes.
I didn't even upgrade. It just rolled on.
Damn.
So, but you know what? I'm still hopeful. I'm still optimistic.
Damn.
Yeah,
What are
you
you
know
gonna
what? It's difficult. It's difficult because, we're all human beings at the end of the day. And, everyone wants their lives to improve and, become better people, want to be successful, all those kind of things. We all have we all have our ups and we all have our downs. But what's most important is to actually be sincere to your goals and keep on going no matter what happens. You're not the only one, G. For me, there are some New Year's resolutions that I'm going to roll over as well. Obviously, like when it comes to my activism, going to keep on doing that. When it comes to my spoken word, going to keep on doing that. These are continuous New Year's resolutions because you can always reach new heights with them, and therefore
Yeah.
they're always going to continue. But the
I
most
get you.
important thing is basically, if you had a New Year's resolution from last year and you did not achieve it by this year, keep on going. I think that's the most important
let
thing.
me ask you this then. What are you gonna do to
When the hope
ensure
comes to you.
next year, December 2020? What are you gonna do to ensure
Yeah.
1 year from now you will achieve those goals?
You know what? I got something to say, right? I think that's a really bad attitude to take, to say you're looking that far ahead. You're looking that far ahead into the solar system, back into the end of 220.
Universe.
You haven't even planned what is going to happen on the first day you wake up on the 1st of January and you take your first breath and you open the curtain. You're like, right.
Recovering from the night before.
Listen, you're like, yeah, you wake up on the 1st of January, you're like, okay, let me think about what I'm going to do on December 2020 now.
No, I want to talk about the state I'm going to be in.
But the funny thing is, like, you made correct, you made some good assumptions. Like, you haven't got a plan, you haven't got this, but you made those assumptions without asking you. Have you made plans?
Not formal plans, man. I ain't sketched anything out.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm
You
saying?
should have done that last year, according to your theory
All
of
right, cool.
evolution.
But with
Very
me,
true,
like,
very
because you asked me a question, I think,
I ain't done some pie charts or nothing.
but I am.
I have.
Have you?
Really?
Yeah. I'm only kidding, man. What the hell?
Okay.
What do you think my name is, man?
Well, this month I am going to start thinking about what I can do differently. I've done some things last year.
Okay.
Obviously, it's good to carry on doing those things, but how to diversify and do similar things in other ways. So I think like one of my main achievements last year was actually doing kind of events for the cabinet office, and that wasn't completely planned at all, but that happened, and I've done 3 so far. So we're looking to roll it on because they're a very important within the government. They play a very important role, very powerful people, and any positive change I can bring, especially because of my activism within the government, that's something I am looking forward to do.
Wow.
And that is definitely one of my achievements. Also, the other events that I've done.
Okay, I was just gonna say, Adam, man, because we ain't heard much from you about what would you say on the same level that Miz is saying? What are your best achievements of this year?
One of my best achievements of this year.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'll be really straight with you. I'll be really straight with you, right? The best achievements of let me say it in English, yeah, not in Ukrainian. The best achievement of this year was this thing.
That's what I knew. I knew you were saying that.
No, that's for real.
I'm being serious.
That's for
Everything else, I have struggled, got up, done things, stopped, done things.
But you know what? I gotta
Listen,
say, this is a big achievement, man.
you know
This
what?
is a huge
Well
achievement
done.
for us.
I would actually say well done for this, man.
Let me explain a story to the Facebook lot and the YouTube lot here. Yeah, let me explain a story. We started this from a car. You'll see from the earlier podcasts, like they're really.
You'll
crap.
hear it from an earlier podcast.
Yeah, they're just the sound quality, and I know the content's a bit random. It was just, believe me, it was I'm all about content right now and getting the stuff out there, and it was about consistency. I said, you know what, if we last 3 shows, yeah, then we're kind of evolving as we go along. Then it's worth me, trying to put some money into this and seeing where this goes. And it's like a radio station, right? Podcasting, yeah. And and you know what, yeah, we're here. What, yeah, praise to God, yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, we're here, and we're still doing our thing, and that's it, yeah. So we're here just to educate and have a chat show and talk to people, and this is therapy in one way. For me, this was therapy.
Yeah.
I went for a bit of a hard time for the last 2-3 years. Some crazy things happened to me, and some beautiful things have happened to me, the birth of my son and stuff, but some other stuff as well happened around that. And as running a business or businesses, and when things don't go the way they plan, it's a test of your character. It really is a test of your character.
Yeah.
And I think when your character is tested, an aunt of mine, and like you guys know, in 2016, my dad's older sister passed away.
Yeah.
I never talked to her much, and I got to know her in that year, and
that was a very hard time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think people understand how hard it is to look after a cancer patient. Yeah. And I never dealt with that. Looking after my mum was one thing, who was not, who had her illnesses, and she's a lot better now, and she's been my rock for me. My mum has.
Yeah.
And just going through that motion, and then the after effect of when it all finishes and you bury her, and then having to deal with her stuff, then it all stops.
Yeah.
And then you have time to think, and you're like, wow, what the hell just happened? And it hit me like a freight train. And then I lost one business because I wasn't even focusing on it.
Yeah.
My brain was somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that time my son was born, my first one. Then the second time the second son was born, something else happened in another business. And, things happen, things happen. And I think it's a test of your character. And I truly believe that everything is a preparation for something greater. Yeah.
Yeah.
And whatever bad that happens in your life, it may seem really rough at the time. It may seem like it's the worst thing that you're going through.
Yeah.
But it really isn't. And I'm here to tell you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And there's a hadith, Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, one of his sayings was, wisdom and power of character follow endurance and patience. Yeah. And I hold that as a mantra, because it's very, very easy just to dabble in your head about, oh, why is it this is all this happening, and why does this happen, and how come this is going on? And I think test after test has happened here and there for me. It made me realize a few things. So this was one thing that I thought, this is therapy for me. Because I get to talk about stuff that that are lingering around in my brain. So it's like kind of a brain dump for me. Every morning a good exercise, and you might want to try this, is get a notepad, and before as soon as you wake up, get a piece of paper or whatever, just write anything that comes into your brain. Before you go to sleep. Some people, journals are really cliche, right? People writing journals, it could be just had fun today, or today was stressful, or it could be a really long journal about a very detailed day. You encountered this and that. And some people like writing gratitude journals before they go to sleep. They're like, you know what, let me write about 5 things that have happened to me really good today, I'm thankful for. Just 5 things that I'm really thankful for today. And it's a reflection just before you go to sleep. It could be on a notepad, could be on your phone that you just type it on your memo pad. 5 things that I'm really thankful for before you go to sleep. And you might want to try this,
There's actually people that do try that. So there's this one person on my Facebook who does that. I'm just going to name him. His name is Cassman, and he's got multiple sclerosis, but he's very grateful. He uses his Facebook as as this gratitude journal. So every status, he'll be like, when he wakes up in the morning, I'm so grateful to breathe. I'm so grateful for the enjoyment that I had last night. I'm grateful for my chair. All those kind of things. So gratitude journal does seem to help, and it is proven to be very effective for people who are going through a lot of adversity in their life, but it helps them see the positives that they have. Because I believe that, like, especially for people who are stuck in negativity, one of the things that happens is, when you start thinking about, like, why is this happening to me? Why is that happening to me? You get stuck in this mental cycle and just keep on going round and round and round.
Yes.
And one of the things that, like, needs to happen is for you to unclog, basically start thinking differently.
Yes.
And this is the thing with this person, Casman. Like, he started thinking about his life differently, and he saw that he's got a lot of benefits in his life. Like, yes, he's got a lot of adversity as well because of MS.
Yeah.
But the fact is, he's got, he could still do a lot of the things that he wants to do. He just might need a bit of extra help with a chair or, with a wheelchair and stuff. But he doesn't allow that to stop him. So, I mean, I'm just going to say that, Casman, if you're watching, bro, you are an inspiration, bro, and keep on doing your thing, because your gratitude journals, your statuses that you write, they're very inspiring, and I'm telling you now, they are helping people as well.
I've got another brother like that as well, and asked him kind of like fairly recently, I was just like, yo, man, it's like, what would you do if you had certain ability to do this that other people have and they take for granted? And his whole attitude was just, you know what? I don't look at it like that. I honestly don't look at it like that. I can still drive. I can still go somewhere. I can still, okay, it may not be the way that other people do who have a certain ability, but I can still do all that. And it's just that I don't even think of it like that. It's like, you know what I mean? And one of the things that he said was, it was powerful, man. He goes, sometimes you make a disabled people feel more disabled than he really is.
Yeah.
It's
You know
very
what I'm
true.
saying?
Very true.
I was like, okay, that's deep.
Very true.
That's deep.
There's a lot of like people within that community that are campaigning to ensure that disabled people are seen and treated like equals, basically.
Because there's a lot they can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you need to empower that aspect. And just focus on all the things they can do. Rather than what they can't do.
I mean, no, that's with anyone. Yeah? Anyone that's going through a hard time, be it parents being ill, be it a friend passing away, be it a friend of yours who has MS or whatever it is. Just, sometimes people just want someone to talk to. People just want someone around. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where, are you all right? Is everything okay? Yeah, you must be feeling really shit about yourself, mate.
Yeah.
And it's just, sorry, excuse my French, but I've had that done to me.
Yeah.
Mate, things must be going really bad in your life, mate. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. You must be really panicking when you wake up. And I'm looking at him thinking, you what? Listen, okay, thanks a lot, mate. Yeah, I'm actually all right. You know that.
I don't need your pity, basically.
Yeah, it's not even pity. Just think of the words you're coming out with. Just put some hand on the shoulder and say, listen, man, it's a nice day, isn't it?
See the sunshine in the darkness, basically.
Yeah, man. Like, just take their mind off something. I remember when my dad passed away, in 1999. He was my best friend. He was very close to me. I was 23 at the time. And a mate of mine just took me out. He knew I needed a break from the house, and because I became really reserved, and he took me out, and he started talking to me about different stuff, and we went to a classic car showroom, and he knew I loved classic cars, and he just started taking me around this classic car showroom, and I was like, wow, I lost myself in this place. I forgot everything that was going on, and he just said. Again, right at the end when he dropped me home, he said, I'm here if you need me, and I went, you know what, man, thanks. I needed that just to get away. He didn't say nothing, And that incident, remember that those 2 years where my face was like Phantom of the
Yeah,
Opera,
yeah.
and I remember Z,
Yeah.
everyone is like, what the hell happened to your face? Oh my god, how are you facing everyone? And it's like, your brain when people say that to you, and it's like you get
Yeah.
panicked all of a sudden. And for me, I remember Z, an old friend of mine, from back in the day. He didn't say nothing. He just looked at me and went, "You're right, man. How you doing?" And he walked in the house without even saying anything. Said his salam and walked in the house and sat down. We just had a normal conversation. Didn't touch upon. This is the time. Remember when we had
were
that
kind of
talk?
similar on that as well.
Huh?
Because I wouldn't have picked it out unless you said so.
Yeah. So
Yeah, do you understand?
yeah. So you lot as well.
Yeah.
You were around me at that time, right?
Yeah.
So I'm talking about someone who hadn't seen me for a long time.
Yeah.
And who out of the, like, I hadn't seen him for a few years, yeah. So out of the blue, he saw me,
Yeah.
and he saw that condition on my face, and he didn't react to it. It's just not like sets panic into someone.
Yeah.
It's sometimes saying nothing is better, and just being there around someone, having a normal conversation, and treating them normally.
Yeah.
So anyway, look. Point being, go back to the subject, yeah. That this podcast for me was my greatest achievement this year. Yeah. And for me, this moving on next year, obviously we have to sort out a game because it's new, and we're
sorting it out. We're
formulating
sorting
our
it out.
content. We're trying the waters, Facebook and YouTube, and we're trying to go on Instagram. If you see our setup, it looks like we're in someone's box room right now.
But it's all right.
It's
not bad.
It's a quaint office that I have, and it does us fine. It's all right.
But you know what I would like to find out is like what other people's New Year's resolutions are.
I
Like
mean,
if you
lot out there have a New Year's resolutions,
or stories, just let us know. It'll be interesting to find out what you guys.
What is it that you want to? What's the one thing you want to change in the new year?
And also we can cover these in different podcasts as well.
Yeah,
like
because
some issues that you guys are facing.
Yeah, I mean, I could touch upon them as subjects that would perhaps propel you to do better. So if there's anything that you want to stop in or progress in the new year, yeah, leave a comment and let us know, because we can perhaps guide you in that right light. Yeah. God knows I've had my fair share of slaps and knocks and stuff, and I could perhaps be that, kind listening ear and someone just to give you one piece of advice that will probably help you on your way.
My piece of advice would be, I think again you two would agree with me as well, is whatever goals you guys have, just do it. Just get on with it. Just
play, man.
No. Do not play that.
Nike.
But literally, do not. Sometimes we have legitimate reasons of delaying our goals, but sometimes, a lot of the times we make up the reasons. Do not make up any reasons. Just take the small steps and just keep on going.
I'm gonna say one thing, man, because this is the irony of it, because I think most people know the theory. Yeah, this is where I'm at anyway. Many people know that, they just have to, do the things they need to do, take the steps, keep their vision in mind, go for their goals, be persistent. You know what I'm saying? Most people know all these things, you know what I mean? But it's actually carrying it out. It's actually applying the action of it all that people falter, in my kind of experience of my observations and even in myself. So I think that's the hurdle. It's the action. I like this, like social media, YouTube is full of motivational videos. We're trying to give you a boost up as well. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me.
It's full of motivational videos. It's all out there. People know, you know what? I just need to don't quit. I need to be persistent. I need to do all this. But it's actually doing it. Why is it that the doing is much more harder than this?
Because it's to do with fear, and it's to do with fear of falling flat on your face, fear of losing things around you. The security is a very nice comfort blanket, having the money coming in and whatnot. when you do your own businesses, it's like it's very, very mentally difficult. I don't think people understand how mentally difficult it can be. And you know, when you're in situations, you got to do what you need to do, and sometimes doing the opposite of business like your paid work is not a failure, yeah, or doing an extra job
right,
while you're
yeah.
in a job is not a failure, yeah.
Yeah.
People see it as that. They see it as resigning. I don't, yeah. Um, you know, you got to do what you got to do, yeah. But at the end of the day, you know, just doing it and letting it work itself out is the best result, because you can. I mean, this podcast, we pontificated over this podcast for, I don't know, 10 weeks or something. Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's do a podcast. Let's do a podcast. One day I just got the phone and I shoved it in your face. I said, talk. Tell me about your life, Miz.
And we're uploading it.
That's how
Obviously, we uploaded our first podcast then.
Yeah.
And so I think, you know, if there's something you want to do in the new year and there's something that you want to change, write it down. Yeah. Because if you don't write it down, it's not going to exist. Write it down. And, you know that saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Don't spend too long in planning, because planning, you know, you
can also be a distraction, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Planning is easier than the action.
Yeah, man. it's all-
Sometimes you take too much time in the planning, because you know what? It's still easier. It's less you have less anxiety.
But also
in your planning than
sometimes-
acting.
Sometimes I feel as though the plan becomes the goal itself.
yeah, I mean, you know, you can plan so much and there's no action.
Yeah.
So what's the point? You're
Yeah.
just wasting your time. So you just do the thing, man. Just do it.
That's what it is.
Don't stress over it. You know, what you thinking about? If you watch a load of motivational videos, what are you watching these motivational videos for? You know, if you want to get into a relationship, or you want to find a new man or a new woman in your life, or you want to start a business next year, or you want to, you know, find this new job or promotion, or you want to, you know, lose weight, you know, you want to shave your hair, do whatever you want. Yeah. You know, it's all good. You know, write it down. This is what I want to do. Say it. This is what I want to do.
Right.
But you have to
Say it.
actualize it. You have to manifest
Action is the most.
Action.
Without action, Jack,
it. All.
nothing is going to happen.
It comes down to action.
Our
man.
friend Jack will pay you a visit, and nothing is going to be said.
And move in.
And he'll move in with you. He's going to move his duvets and his pillows into your room, and nothing will happen.
out of it.
Nothing.
As long as he's with you there.
When you're in the bathroom, Jack's going to be
Oh
with
my
you.
god! But the thing
You're
is,
going to sleep. Jack's going to be with
but
you. When you're eating.
let's be realistic. Jack is a part of yourself here, so you need to basically transform Jack.
Jack is you.
Yeah,
You are
that's
Jack.
That's what you're trying to say.
You're going to be buried having done Jack.
That's
Okay,
it, man.
no, you won't. Listen,
And that sounds a bit dodgy,
listen.
but-
Listen. The aim of this is to be productive, be proactive, take the small steps. Because you were right. A lot of the reasons why people do not take the small steps is because of security, fear, but also some people see effort as like this big mountain to climb. It's like this big mountainous things to do.
Yeah.
But
Mount
the thing
Everest,
is,
bro.
but the thing is you have to take things in small chunks, break it down. The
Okay.
small, consistent stuff,
Okay.
productive stuff, but consistent stuff that you do on a regular basis.
Small
So if you're
chunks of
yeah,
action.
so it's like there are some military officers who tell you that, like, and I remember listening to this in a lecture. There was this one military general who said that, like, one of the most consistent things you can do, to get up there is actually just start off your day doing your bed.
Oh yeah.
Start off your day,
I've
do
It's
your
true.
bed.
seen that video.
You know what? I'll
And
tell
then-
you what. If you're going to do anything, yeah, and if you don't do this, and if you're married and your wife does it, or whoever, your partner, whatever, yeah. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you do, get your t-shirt or an old towel, dust your bed off, and make your bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first thing.
Make your bed, right? Because you know what? Just that habit alone will spur on, and I'm a testament of that. I'm Mr. Procrastinator when it comes to a few things. Yeah, if I'm not into it or I'm not feeling it, I procrastinate. and I procrastinate and I procrastinate, and it's just, it's just one of those
I know
things.
the procrastinators out there can relate, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a small, consistent things that will lead up to bigger things.
Yeah, man. Just make your bed. Yeah. 1st of January, dust it, clean it, sort it out, and get into some messed up bed. Yeah. And you know what? Your partner will be happy. Yeah. That you made your bed.
And on top of that,
If
once
you
you
ain't got
build
no
on that,
one, then you'll be happy because you'll come back to a made up bed anyway.
Yeah.
and on top of that, you know, once you get used to doing that, then you could do other things. I think, like, for me, I think I'd like to leave this podcast by saying that, you know what, keep on going, keep on being consistent. And if you still have the same kind of resolutions that you had last year, do not give up, keep on doing them. Maybe think about how you can do them differently this year, but keep on going.
Yeah. I mean, it's vitally important, no matter what. Just hold on to that one thing you want to change next year, and hold on to it very dearly, and make it happen. Nothing's going to happen without action. Don't be scared. There's nothing to fear. Really, there isn't. Just go ahead and do it. The worst that's going to happen is it's not going to work, and you'll find another way of how it will work.
Yeah.
So, that Thomas Edison, famous thing about Thomas Edison, the inventor of the incandescent light bulb, he was asked, how do you deal with failing 1,000 times, right? And he's like, listen, I've just found 999 ways of how it didn't work.
Yeah.
So we're on Freedom Cast on the Anchor FM. We're going to close to Anchor FM and restart again. So for our Anchor FM listeners, thank you very much. Have a happy new year, and we wish you the best. I hope you can take our advice, and we hope you're listening to us next year. But thank you very much for myself, Adam.
Mizan.
And go hard.
And this is for our Anchor FM viewers out there. Run on YouTube and Facebook. Stay there. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care.
Peace.
Right. So that was that. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah. What? Thomas Edison. So he found 999 ways that it didn't work. Yeah. So he found another way. Okay, let me try this. Let me try this. Let me try this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about not giving up and truly passionately believing in what you want to change. With no good just saying, I want to lose weight. That's a very vague statement. What is it exactly you want to lose weight to? Do you want to lose 40 kilograms? Do you want to lose... I'll be straight with you, yeah? I'm a bit fat, yeah? I've gained a bit. So my kids will turn around and say, your tummy looks like mummy's and my wife is pregnant. So and so that for me is like, whoa, okay. And then I weighed myself the other day and it was like 121 kilograms. I was like, wow. And then when I typed it on the internet, check this, yeah, I typed it on the internet.
Yeah.
I typed in 121 kilograms and 6'2.5". I'm 6'2.5", yeah. I'm 6'2.5". So I came across.
I didn't want to hear this guy.
I came across this website. Yeah, check this. I came across this website and it went 121 kilograms, 6'2". You need to seek help from the GP.
Wow.
Seek help from the GP. You need to go on a diet plan. Blatant. And I read it. I was like, okay, let me put down the weight to 190 kilograms. Yeah, 90 kilograms. Then you're either technically obese and then you're overweight and then you're normal. So I have to get to 85 kilograms to be normal.
Wow. Because there's that graph, right? Isn't it? It's like that normal.
I got cussed, man.
Obese, like very obese, underweight, all of that. So you
Imagine-
fall into the.
Imagine if you had like a swearing, like weighing scale. Do you know what I mean? Like you just get abused up by the weighing scale.
weight unknown, bro.
But
Get off my weighing scale, you
past the
fat.
scale, unknown.
But yes, that's
So
so
for me-
just keep on going, and
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I know I need to lose weight. In fact, one of my goals might be to lose weight, but you got to be exact. Be very
Vague, basically,
be very specific about what you want, and it's really important. Being specific about what you want, and that's the same with any goal in life. Right? Be very specific about what you want, and go all out and make it happen. Action is so important. If you want to lose 40 kilograms, I want to lose 40 kilograms in the next 6 months, and I'm going to not give up until I lose 40 kilograms in 6 months. I'm going to make it happen,
Yeah.
and truly, passionately believe. And in your head, this thing that you've been given here, this thing here and here,
Yeah.
it's called, the pineal gland. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a third eye here. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Tell you what, if you vision in your head, close your thing and just press your finger there. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Just do
Wow.
that and just think. Just think. This is what I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that little second, just 5 seconds. Just do that. It's a weird thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just do it. Just think. I want to use. I want to use 40 kilograms, and picture yourself at the end of 6 months losing a bit of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking a bit of a Slim Jim.
I think that definitely is beneficial
That's probably
advice.
an
It's that end step
But
that you want to look
yeah,
at.
but I mean, like, that is definitely beneficial advice, and that is definitely like the way you need to look at it. But also, this is like a personal thing for me, because as you guys know, like, the gym has been an on and off thing for me. And I think, like, was it like 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, I stopped going to the gym for a year, and obviously I gained a lot of weight and stuff. And obviously I was trying to motivate myself to go back to him and all that kind of stuff. And certain people were pushing me. And one day I just said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to be too serious. I'm just going to go to the gym. Do you understand? I'm just going to go there, go inside the gym and see what happens.
Just physically
Just
enter the building.
physically
Don't
go
do that
there.
and just enter the building.
Yeah, so that's the first step. That's one of the first things I found out, is that just getting yourself in the gym is the hardest thing to do. But once you're there, you've done 60, or you've done like 70% of the hard work. The rest of the stuff is easy to do.
Yeah.
Just get on the treadmill, get on the cross trainer, and just spend 10-15 minutes. Be consistent at it. I would say definitely do all that kind of stuff. But if you could do it in the gym, that would be better, because at least you're there, and you've the physical stuff of having to go to the gym, you've done all that already. So as you guys know, like that one time I stopped going to the gym for a while, and then next thing you know, I told you guys I'm starting to go to the gym again. And
You skipped it for a while,
yeah, I
didn't you?
skipped it for like over a year, and it was just getting back into it was so hard. But what I realized was the hardest thing is not actually thinking about the treadmill or cross trainer. The hardest thing was just actually seeing myself in the gym. That's the
Wow.
hardest thing.
Regardless of whether you had your
So
gym
when I
wear
saw,
on or
yeah,
not.
whatever,
you know?
just seeing myself in there. But once I got in there, it was all good, and plus it was motivating, because you see other people on the treadmill, you see other people on the cross trainer, and you just want to be, you just want to join in.
You're just like, yeah.
And that was the hard part. I would say definitely do those things. But if you're taking this example of losing weight, you want to get more fit, go to the gym, do that in the gym as well. Make sure you physically go there.
If you're part of if some people are part of a political party, some people are part of a membership, some people are part of a gym, some people are they want to upskill their abilities to learn new things. Do it. Just do it, man. Go out there. If you want to up your your political endeavors, go out canvassing, do a lot more stuff. Get involved, right? If you want to get involved in your local community, get involved. If you want to volunteer, go and volunteer. Find something and volunteer. What's to stop you from doing it? Write it down and repeat it to yourself and say, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Be very specific about what you want. So don't say I want to volunteer. What is it that you want to volunteer about? And what is it that you want to do, and who do you want to change? Or whose life do you want to change if you want to volunteer? But let's face it, volunteers, they might be doing admin, cleaning, cooking, doing whatever, but they are helping to change lives. Be a benefactor, be whoever. Just one thing, special shout out to Musa and Fahim. Well,
Is that the Musa?
yeah, that's it's the Musa. The Musa. Yeah.
Musa.
So what it is that there's something that you need to understand, is that whatever you do, whatever it is you do, you have to have a reason why you're doing something. There has to be something to drive you to do this. Is it that you feel really rubbish about yourself? Is it that you want to change? Is it that you want to better yourself as a person? You have to have a why. There needs to be a why behind what you're doing.
And Therefore,
Oh.
one of the things.
Best leader.
Whoa, look at that.
Simon Sinek.
Wow,
Start with why.
man.
This literally is
He just pulled it
a
out.
revolutionary
hat.
book. And actually,
Yeah,
we
let
were
me
thinking
watch.
of the same thing because one of the things Simon Sinek
This
says
is back
was,
to front, man. What is
Don't
this?
worry, man. They
it's called
understand.
Start With Why, Simon Sinek.
Look, okay, start with why Simon Sinek. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is something you want to get. Yeah.
Trust me, this is something that you want to get. And it just reminds me of one thing he said, if you don't mind. It's just he was asked about what does success look like? What is success? And he actually said something important. He goes, when many people think about success, they think of destination or status or whatever it is, right? But he goes that when he thinks about success, he sees it differently. Success is not any of these things. To him, success is momentum. It's like when you want actually do the actions to achieve your goal to the point where you're reaching your goal without having to do any of the actions anymore. They just keep on going and going. Become habit.
Yeah.
That momentum just keeps on going and going.
Yeah.
That is success because you will reach your goal.
Things to achieve goals anyway, automatically. So yeah, no, that's a good
So
definition.
Simon Sinek, Start With Why.
Yeah.
That's an essential.
There's
book
an
to get.
audio book as well you can get on this. I mean, we're not being paid by Simon Sinek. We just passionately believe that we've all read the book. I've listened to the audio book on YouTube.
But Simon, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on.
He's not watching, man.
Yo.
Come on, Lou. Simon ain't gonna be watching this show. Come on,
There's
man.
one guarantee: he ain't watching the show.
Simon, we'd love to have you on the show if you're watching.
But
Have some hope, guys.
Hope. Wait. Be react.
bro,
Look. Let
we
me.
just got our
You know-
mates.
you
we
know-
just
you-
got
you know what,
Basit-
you know-
we
you-
got Adam's mates on here.
You know what? I will tag this to Simon Sinek. Don't worry.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Listen. Look, man. Look. Okay. You can tag it to Simon.
Can I
Sinek.
recommend one book as
Go
well?
on.
I want to recommend a book because this had a greater impact on me than the Simon Sinek book. I'm not knocking that book. That's a good book.
Yeah.
David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. Some of you guys may have seen him on social media, YouTube, whatever, but that guy is just he says like he's the toughest man alive. And it's not necessarily out of ego or statement just to say, but he says that to boost himself up. So internally, he's got that mindset. Whether it's true or not, he even says, listen, I don't really care if it's not true, but I look at myself as that so that I can achieve and attack everything that I need to in life. But get that book, audio book as well. It's going to be powerful. I haven't heard the audio, but the book itself, and it's just, unleash the beast. That's what I'm saying.
If you're into reading books, it's great. Yeah. There's just a short little thing, shameful plug-in. Yeah. If you are listening, if you're watching this podcast or you're watching us live on YouTube, or you're watching us live on Facebook, please do join our Instagram, Freedom Vibe, The Freedom Vibe. That's at The Freedom Vibe on Instagram, The Freedom Vibe podcast, Freedom Vibe podcast on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, so you'll see someone doing that, and it's got Freedom Vibe podcast on it. Do join us there. The reason why I'm doing this on my profile is because not many people are familiar with them. We're being honest with you, we need to work out.
We got the biggest following on your profile, so
Innit?
that's why we're doing it on your.
there. Anyway, look,
Anyways.
man. So just if you can join those two things, give us some support. Give us a like as well. It'll help the algorithm on both the channels.
Also,
please.
get in touch with us and
If you dislike us, give us a dislike.
No, don't do
whatever.
that. But okay,
Don't do that. Be real.
Give us some. Get in touch with us. Let us know what issues are affecting you. What you guys would like us to talk about. All those kind of things.
And
Look,
if
that'll
you
be
comment,
helpful.
we'll give you a shout.
You know that there are people out there that are going through a hard time. Yeah. They're going through a tough time. No matter be the homeless, people whose parents are sick.
Yeah.
And I have a friend whose parents are not well at the moment. They're elderly age.
Yeah.
One was diagnosed with cancer recently, and she has she's been given treatment and stuff at the moment. It's not as bad as it sounded initially. So please do pray for her if you're there.
Definitely.
For my friend, my family friend of mine, my sister Shanaz, for her parents,
Inshallah.
and for her mother, and may Allah give them health and long life. And the Lord pray for those as well. May the Lord give those who are ill out there, who are homeless, this year, and make the next year better for them.
Amen.
I mean,
Definitely.
so amen to that, I say.
Yeah.
But so look, there are people out there that are going through these hard times, and they're probably thinking to themselves, man, you know what, am I going to take another year of a beating and a punch in the face? Yeah, and I was like that last year. I mean, this year has not been very smooth riding for me, but as the year happened, you have to understand something. There are things that happen in your life that condition you to become a better person. Yeah, you may not know it then. It may be something that you're thinking, why on earth did I have to go through this? Why is it me? And a failure, or a mess up, or something trips, or so you trip up happens, you lose a business, or you lose money, or whatever happens. Yeah, however bad it may seem, yeah, however rough it may seem, and I know I'm repeating myself, but it's a very, very important point. You need to get it that not even a leaf falls from its branch without the knowledge and command of that higher being up there, our creator. Yeah. Some people don't believe in a God. Yeah. I don't know if any of our viewers do or don't. But there is I believe in God, and I believe that there is something higher out there, that he is the creator of all things. Yeah. And he, there are things that happen in life that can only happen from him. Everything happens with him. So not even a leaf falls from his branch without his knowledge and command. Once you understand that phrase and you get it in your head, that everything happens from him. So people talk about, oh, you know what, don't go into that dark room, man, you don't know there's ghosts out there, and oh, I'm scared, I don't like sleeping with the light off, and I'm scared to do this thing, I'm scared to do this business, or I don't know if I'm gonna fail, or I don't know if I'm gonna do this. What you're saying is this: I don't believe in anything higher than me. Yeah, those people who are scared of like ghostly beings or jinns, do you know there are more angels on the earth than there are jinns? When someone is praying or whatever's happening, there are more angels packed into that room than there is that one jinn that's there. You get slapped up.
And God kind of encompasses that.
Yeah, man, you got to understand these things. Yeah, they are, whatever, but you got to understand. Once you understand that phrase, not even a leaf falls from its branch without God's knowledge and command. Once you understand that, it's a deep phrase. Nothing happens in your life without him. So once you get it back to him and say, look, okay, you know what? You are most wise. You're all these things that your 99 name says. So I'm going to leave it to you and let go of the baggage. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
And your mind has to be conditioned. That's when you're at the enlightened level. So when you come into the new year and you want to do something with your life, yeah? When you want to do something with your life, do yourself a favor, right? Do yourself a favor. Don't ever think or ever say to yourself, I can't do this, or I'm too scared, because it's not for you to preempt what's going to happen in the future. You cannot control that.
Yeah.
You can't control what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can't control what's going to happen at the end of 2020. Yeah. You're either going to be here, or you're going to be somewhere else doing something, or you're not going to be here. You might be 6 foot under. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that it's not for you to start stressing about the future. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is up to you to just keep on going.
The action has to come from you.
Yeah, the action has to come.
That has to come from you. That's true, though. You got to think to yourself, look, either I do something or I don't. Period.
But if you don't do anything, you're actually choosing to fail. So basically, you have to make the choice to actually do something. Because doing the action will get you more nearer to achieve, for you to achieve your goal, whether or not it happens or not. That one thing is, doing nothing won't help you get nearer to your goals.
So that saying goes. Sorry to interrupt. So that saying goes, right? You only fail when you stop trying.
Yeah,
that's the only time you fail.
Gohar, any last words?
Do you believe that anything's easy in life?
I think God can make things easy. Yes. So.
Put your face to the right, bro.
That's one of my beliefs.
Yeah.
I think also that the more you practice something, the easier it gets. So that's what I think of it. But certain things people seemingly easy things people struggle on, but other people seemingly hard things they find easy. So it's subjective. But what I do know is that one thing that I've been thinking about quite a lot recent days is the famous saying from Buddha, and he said that life is suffering. And there's two kind of meanings of that. There's the suffering that people are going through. Just turn on the news and you would agree, a lot of suffering going on. But the other aspect of it is also that to achieve anything, you have to go through some kind of suffering, some kind of sacrifice. Do you know what I mean? It's like the greatest people in the world, they were willing to go through some kind of suffering. Where there's great leaders of the world, the prophets, they were willing to sacrifice at the highest level.
Look at Nelson Mandela, right?
Exactly.
He spent decades in prison. Yeah. He fought for a cause and he ended up being incarcerated. And he came out at a totally different time and age in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
That's what I'm saying.
He left a legacy behind him when he
That's what
passed
I'm
away.
saying.
Yeah.
Long road.
He came back 10 times stronger, more educated. He went in as a ruffian, yeah, an activist ruffian.
Yeah.
And he came out a very educated and composed man with a mission and a goal in his head.
Yeah.
He knew what he wanted. Sometimes in life, things are really bad, yeah? But when you see the end result, and it's only in hindsight you can see this, you think to yourself, you know what? I'm glad that happened,
Yeah.
I'm actually glad that happened. But you've gone through that pain. It's
Yeah.
there, but you're 10 times stronger.
The thing is, you don't see the benefits
No,
when
you
you're
don't.
going through it.
No, you don't.
But it's only once you've gone through it, you get to experience you get to reap the rewards, basically. And again, it goes back to this whole thing about just not giving up, be consistent, keep on going. And in fact, again, because you mentioned Nelson Mandela, his book, actually, the title of his book is very important as well. The Long Road to Freedom.
That's there.
It's a long, consistent, lonely walk.
Yeah.
It's hard.
One of the books there.
But the aim is just don't give up. Keep on going. And I would say, again, going back to what I previously said, if there are some resolutions that you did not achieve last year, but you still want to achieve this year and you couldn't, maybe try it differently, but don't give up. Keep on going.
Yeah.
And, the more you keep on going, the more closer you will get to achieving your goal.
Yeah, persistence is very, very important. I just want to be totally blunt and raw and just say this statement. There is life in suffering. No, actually, I'll rephrase that. Totally messed it up, but let me rephrase it.
Today would be nice.
Suffering. All right, this is it. Suffering is life. Comfort is death.
Okay. Done. Interesting.
Who said that?
Me.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Adam,
Look, man.
let's
Let's put this on a positive vibe. Yeah. Look, it is true what you just said. Yeah, on a deeper level. But let's put this on positive vibe. Next year, hopefully for a lot of other people, it will be a very beautiful year next year. Yeah.
Absolutely.
For me, this Ramadan, I went through a bit of a transformation this Ramadan after going through a very, very tough time.
Yeah.
And one thing I said to myself, that I'm going to read more Quran, because I'm going to try and make it help me. I didn't know how, and I read very slow, it's just one of those things. I can read Arabic, but I read slow. And to that, I thought, I'm going to make an effort, a conscious effort. And I did. I tried to stick to it as much as I could, no matter what. Even if it was 2 verses, I would read it.
Yeah.
And I'd sometimes have the audio playing on my phone and I'd read the meanings. And I'd make a habit of trying to read meanings. So it helped me a lot on an enlightened level. Yeah. There were times that God spoke to me through them words. Yeah, I felt the vibe coming through. And I thought, okay, fine, you know, no matter what day it was. Then I came across a YouTube video by Sadhguru. Yeah, Sadhguru. If anyone knows who Sadhguru is on YouTube, he's a pre
He's a Hindu yogi.
yeah, he's a Hindu yogi, like a guru. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Controversial figure. Some people like him, some people don't. I think, you know, no matter if people are controversial or not, it's important to listen to what they have to say for you to form an opinion. Yeah, I truly believe that,
Okay.
and not to pass judgment on someone because of the way they look or what other people have said about them. And yeah, he has his views. Yeah, fine, but I take what's good and leave what's bad. Period. Yeah, that's how I am. People are like that. You know what to do in it. So so for me, there was one thing that he talked about was that time between 3:20 and 3:30 in the morning. He goes, something weird happens in the earth, and it's a time where your body changes it goes through this transformation phase. He said, whatever it is that when you're sleeping and your body's clock wakes up at that time, you do yourself a favor, meditate or pray or do what you need to, but do it at that time and get used to it. He said your body clock, when it becomes on an enlightened level, it'll automatically wake up. So we know, you know, followers of Islam, yeah, if you're Muslim out there, there's a thing that in Islam that where if you wake up in the middle of the night, yeah, no, if you wake up and your eyes open, and apparently if you read the Shahada, there's a fourth Shahada that you read, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika. If you read that, and when you drink a bit of water and you go back to sleep, like whatever time it is, be it 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever, and then you wake up at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, which is the 1/3 of the night. We know that's the Hajjat time where, you know, Allah comes down to the first sky and he goes, all right, who's here? On here, who's here? Out here? If you're calling for me, I'm going to give you whatever you want.
Yeah.
And for me, when I heard that, I was like, wow. So, like, that's Sadhguru telling me, I've just come across it, and I'm listening to this talk for 16-minute talk by Sadhguru, yeah? And I'm like, wow, that's deep. I have this in Islam.
Yeah.
It's called Tahajjud.
Yeah.
I wake up at 3:30 in the morning. So when I read that, so when I listened to that that YouTube video, watched it, I did my wudu straight away. And I remember I came back from somewhere, and I came back pretty late that morning, and I must have been sitting down and I watched it. I was going through my work stuff, and it must have hit about 3:15, 3:20.
Yeah.
And it was at that time I came across the video, and I was like, wow. And I just did my thing, yeah. Whether what comes out of it, but I did my thing, and I thought, you know, that just literally got me doing something, an action, yeah. So what I'm saying is look, you know, there are things that you come across, or things that you're going through in life. There's a reason why it's happening. Don't let it defeat you. Write down what you want and make it happen next year. Don't think about it. Don't think what if, or because if your why is strong enough, yeah. So what I mean is,
start with why. Yeah, you have to have a why behind doing everything that you're doing or what you want to achieve. Start with that why and make it happen, man. Trust me, make it happen, because there will only be blessing in action in what you're doing. There will be true blessings in action in what you're doing, and it will feel beautiful.
Can I just say a Winston Churchill quote?
If you can come close to the mic.
I never worry about action, only inaction.
Interesting. So,
and that was an advert by Google.com. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So, last words, just keep on going. The more you do, the more closer you will come to your goals. And if you didn't achieve any of your resolutions last year, think about how you can do them differently this year. How you can do them in a better way. But just don't stop. Don't get demotivated. Just keep on going.
Be specific.
Yeah.
Be specific about what you want, and write down exactly what you want and be specific. So if you want to lose weight, as an example, if you want to lose weight, I want to lose 40 kilograms in 6 months.
Okay.
That's it. And on that note, I hope everyone has a good new year. It be blessed. And good things come. Yeah. For those who are going into the new year. Yeah. Don't spend that night drunk and partying. Yeah. Because there's only one thing that's going to happen on the
Yeah.
first of the.
Don't do that. But we hope everyone has a good year and hopefully a more prosperous year.
Yeah. I hope everything works out for everyone. Any last words, Gohar?
No. All I'm just gonna say, well, yeah, I guess there is because I'm speaking. But all I'm saying is, yeah, just I'm gonna end with another quote, and my quote is again from Buddha. I take quote from anything that is beneficial and wise. Take the wisdom from wherever you find it. And he said that no matter how many books you read, no matter how much wisdom you receive, and I'm paraphrasing, what benefit will it do if you don't act on it?
Act on it, basically.
Yeah. So on that note, I hope everyone enjoyed the session that we had. We'll be live again next week on a Saturday, and probably by then probably will be the new year. Do join our Instagram page at the Freedom Vibe. So that's at the Freedom Vibe on Instagram, and our Facebook page, Freedom Vibe Podcast. I'll have a woman doing that with Freedom Vibe Podcast in aquamarine green written in there, so you'll recognize the logo. So do join that for updates, and give us some support. Like, share, dislike, whatever you want to do. Please do that. Help the algorithm on YouTube and Facebook. But we hope you enjoyed watching this show. We are evolving as time goes on, so do excuse us for the bangs and knocks and whatever. But yeah, it's been enjoyable. This year has been enjoyable. Thank you for giving us your support and watching us. And I hope everyone has a beautiful new year. And may the year end with blessings for you guys. And that's it. Yeah. So thank you very much. Good evening, good day, and good night, all.
Peace.
Peace. All right.
All right.